Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here. So I said over on Twitter that we are at a major turning point regarding crypto and also full-on utilization. Fumbling bags like XRP, for example, right now could be the biggest mistake of your life. The future is digital. There's no question of that. We're seeing major change focused on the big picture. And, I do want to also mention, right? I see a lot of people complaining about price action, but I want you guys to understand that sentiment during a bear market is at the lowest it can be. I also want you all to understand that you are such a small percentage of the general population. When we go and look at Google Trends, and a good friend of mine, Nagato actually, this is an individual that you guys should be following over on Twitter. Great individual. If we actually look at the interest here over time around crypto, this is cryptocurrencies specifically, and we do see, no one cares. That's exactly when you want to make moves. Hope you see the massive opportunity materializing in front of your eyes. Soon, FOMO will be biblical proportions. And let it be known, even if it is marketing, whatever, crypto interest is dead. Nobody cares about it. Look at this. We are lower right now. We are at lower lows than going even back to the 2018 all-time high. 19. Interest overall right now. That's the value points. Insane. We are like, crypto's dead right now. Nobody cares about it. Even XRP. Look at XRP. This is from 2004 to present. Obviously, we know XRP wasn't around in 2004, but going all the way back to even 2017. Here's the all-time high of 2017, 2018, right? Pretty big spike. We already got close to that back in July with the lawsuit news. But look at where we are at now. We're basically dead in the water. Nobody cares about XRP. Nobody cares about crypto. Nobody cares right now. And we are at a massive moment in time around crypto, around finance. I mean, hell, look at what BRICS are doing. The US dollar global reserves dropped below 60%. Here we have the US dollar losing dominance in the global oil sector. BRICS GDP is purchasing power parity, reaches 37% of the global economy. Also, guess what? 21 countries officially agreed to ditch the US dollar in 2023. This is major, right? Like, major news. And listen, at this current moment in time, I've said it. Everyone is heavily focused on the BRICS replacing the US dollar, and the US dollar's dead, like a new reserve currency is rising. I want you guys to all understand that this is much larger than just a new reserve currency. We are seeing entirely new financial systems rising. The BRICS situation and everything that has happened around the US dollar and the US economy in the last couple of years, it almost seems like everything's collapsing and it's the end of the world around finance. I want you all to understand that this is self-inflicted. This is sabotage of the traditional system. Everything that we are seeing is all by design to usher in this new financial system. These 21 new countries that are agreeing to ditch the US dollar, they're all major countries. And we even see here the Asian group consists of 10 countries, and the BRICS alliance is now an 11-member group. In conclusion, a total of 21 countries have officially agreed to ditch the US dollar for global trade in 2023. And a lot of these areas, like if you actually look at the Asian bloc here, so it's 10 countries, and they do mention all of them down there. A lot of these places are heavily focused on blockchain and crypto, and specifically even XRP. You have Brazil there, obviously Brazil being the B in BRICS, but then you also have a ton of other players here as well, including, for example, even Egypt. Egypt is a big player with Ripple. We already know this. The UAE, big area for, like I said, Ripple. Saudi Arabia, connections with Saudi Arabia, South Africa, obviously connections there, China. Like, we've gone over all of these major connections. We even see, Singapore there. These are the 10 new countries. Singapore, big player. Thailand, big player. Like, even the Philippines. Like, all of these names are joining the BRICS, moving pretty quickly. And we already know that the BRICS, they're working with the G20. The G20 is instructing global crypto regulations by the end of 2025. We already know their plan. And this is why I say that we are at a major turning point. Like, if you are fumbling bags here, you're just not going to make it. Interest is at an all-time low. Nobody cares about crypto. Do you hear your friends talking about crypto at work? Do you hear your family members asking you, where can I buy Bitcoin? Where can I buy this? No, because nobody cares about crypto right now. Crypto is dead to them. But soon, it's going to awake, and it's going to be a big awakening. And also remember everything that we recently seen. Talking about a turning point, look at the global organizations now working with crypto companies. Ripple, one of the biggest crypto companies out there, streamlining crypto adoption, pioneering XRP to global organizations. Ripple joins the BIS Cross-Border Payments Task Force. This was a recent thing. We have gone over this now multiple times. But remember, right? Like, this is about efficient cross-border payments, ushering in payments into the digital age. Also remember Quant. These are two major crypto-based companies. Quant collaborates with the BIS and the Bank of England on Project Rosalind, all around API plug and play, CBDCs, private public sector collaboration. I mean, this is the moment where you want to be paying attention, because if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss out. It's as simple as that. Right? We recently seen the Ripple, ISDA partnership. Again, another big thing to focus on. Remember, right? Like, Ripple is enabling global financial institutions, businesses, governments, and developers to move, manage, and tokenize value, helping to unlock greater economic opportunity, enabling the world to move value like it moves information today, the internet of value. Like, this is becoming a reality. And then also, right? You've seen the report. 76% of global finance leaders are interested in blockchain as a means of driving innovation in their business in the next 3 years. We are at the turning point. Also, here you guys have from MasterCard, going back to August 17th. CBDCs trust in the evolution of money. We already know that they were collaborating with Ripple. Also, even Idemia is on here, which we've talked about many times in the past as well. Like, this is happening now. We're at the turning point. This is it. And you can see all of the major CBDC experiments in the ecosystem. You have England, you have Brazil, Australia, Hong Kong, the United States. We already know that Ripple's working with Hong Kong on their CBDC and CBDC use cases. We already know that, Ripple has major ties to Brazil. We know Australia, they're most likely working with Hedera. We've talked about that in the past. England, this is, again, APIs, how they could facilitate retail CBDC payments. We already know that they're working with Quant with that. We also know that, the Bank of England has been working with Ripple forever. We also know that just recently, Ripple and Quant were working on the Digital Pound Foundation, which is a think tank organization, again, centered out on the digital pound. So as we really kind of look at this, things are moving very fast. And then recently we've seen this from ISO 20022. Let's do it. In November of this year, this will abruptly change. Avoid enhanced data until November 2023. We also have this quoted tweet down here, and then also this one that I want to go over. So first and foremost, here we have market sentiment. However, what is a common denominator is that the adoption of enhanced data is the November 2023 and not before. This avoids complexity in data handling through payment chains, a position that has been endorsed by market infrastructure, SWIFT, and cash banks alike. And we see at the bottom there, SWIFT, a quote, Swift messaging is clear. Technical readiness for March. Start sending and receiving ISO 20022 when you can. Avoid enhanced data until November of 2023. Also, here you guys have over here, SEPA 2.0 is in full swing. Conversion to new format specifications has started. It all starts with standardization. November 2023 is the key here because, however, everything will change in November of 2023. Now, is this a date to look forward to in terms of price change for XRP? No. Stop thinking about the price action of these dates. These are not dates to look forward to for price action. These are dates to look forward to around standardization and the change happening within the actual traditional system. We have here as well, November 2023, deadline is looming, receiving worldwide attention. The industry will experience a shockwave. the currency barrier will fall. Here you guys have the full in-depth view of this. Here we have in November of 2023, SEPA will migrate to the ISO 20022 standard, a date that is receiving worldwide attention. Also, over here, we have what is the timetable for the adoption of the ISO 20022 format. The industry will experience a shockwave because the pace of adoption will be dictated in Europe by the score rules imposed by the ECB and collateral operators. The industry will experience a shockwave. The first impact will be felt in November of 2023. It will affect central depositories and collateral operators. The shockwave will then be felt by custodians, participants in central securities depositories, and then the entire custody chain, and also the institutional clients themselves. November 2025 is the current official date for the start of this second phase. And remember that by the end of 2025, we have crypto regulations. Also over here, Chartcom, August 23rd, 2023. For companies making trade finance transactions via SWIFT, the November deadline is looming. Also, last but not least, we have, again, this is from cpg.de, SEPA OLO. What will one leg out bring us? Well, here you guys have. Until now, only euro payments were possible in the target system, but as early as November of 2023, the currency barrier will fall. And then over here, this one's exciting. November 2023 impact on banks plus payment traffic will switch over, plus interbank payments must use new version of ISO 20022. Here you guys have it. Banks without customers with ISO 20022 XML delivery. For these banks, interbank payment traffic will switch to the new ISO 20022 XML version from November of 2023. Again, they do mention 2025 November yet again here. We do see also down here for these banks as well, interbank payment traffic will switch over to the new version. Then also over here, we have SEPA Rulebook 2023, essential first migration step to SEPA 2025 scheme. The Rulebook 2023 is the important first step in this regard. Here you guys have the full rulebook, the overall view of the timeline as well, and then banks must mutually interbank using ISO 20022. Standardization is changing, guys. Finally, the new options such as the LEI are difficult to translate to the old ISO 20022 XML standard. Remember, LEI is crucial as well around trade finance. To make the change go more smoothly, the EPC calls on the banks to encourage customers to switch to the new ISO standard as early as November of 2023 in order to prevent these kinds of problems. I want you guys to all realize that everything is changing very fast. Standardization is the first thing to fall into place. Then, of course, regulations, and then we have full-on adoption. Over the course of the next 2 years, everything will change. I do believe that over the next 2 years, we will also see major adoption from the retail sector in terms of them coming back to the space. Interest will certainly grow, and that's going to be a big focus point on utility tokens as well, I think. Because guess what? As we do start to see major focus from the retail sector, I think that what we will also see from the retail side of things is them doing some research, possibly because we know that the retail sector just FOMOs into anything blindly. But I do think that things are changing rapidly around the space. I think that with all the information that we have gone over with a lot of these global organizations, I think change is in the air. And this is a global change. We are seeing the evolution of our financial system accelerated by these problems around the US dollar and de-dollarization. The dollar is dead. The BRICS are rising. All this nonsense. I want all of you to understand, like, this is the accelerator. This is what is really kind of putting the foot on the gas to accelerate us into this new financial system. This is all to accelerate the overall agenda around the elites, ushering us into the digital age of finance, and it's all heavily centered out and focused on crypto, blockchain, DLT, and you don't need me to tell you that. That's why we are seeing all of these big endeavors from the BIS, the IMF, the FSB, the ISDA. Like, these are organizations that make the world go round in terms of money, and we also know that finance leaders are extremely interested in blockchain, especially over the next 3 years. So it's happening. We are in the turning point around crypto and utilization of crypto. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.